Imagine a game with infinite items, weapons, armor, potions, endless unique adventures, all in a dynamic, moddable environment. Hello, and welcome to TC Blox Studios. I am jimmybob, aka TonyTCB, and I'm making a game called Bob Simulator. Before we dive in, there are a lot of new demo projects available for online play on my website. Assets, textures, music, 3D models, and playable browser demo games that you are free to use in your own projects, including an updated version of the barn model showcased in previous videos. There's also free Minecraft content and a bunch of other stuff. Take a look at these, an updated barn model and an old-timey lantern. All of this only on tcblox.net. Here is the part where stuff gets complicated. In order to create infinite content, in any sense, you need some sort of random generation. As talked about in my previous video on randomness, a good random generator needs to give bunches of new content a sense of uniqueness. The thing is, making systems compatible with random generation makes those systems more dynamic. Instead of having each item or weapon or whatnot being predefined in the game code, we have each unique item defined as nothing more than a base item entity with a bunch of properties set to different values. For on-the-fly generation, we can set these properties based on a random number. For example, in games I'm working on, this number would be generated based on a world seed and chunk data. This number combination would then be used to randomly generate names and values for all the properties the base item entity supports. In Minecraft, for example, they have separate item IDs for all of the swords. Minecraft wooden sword, Minecraft stone sword, all the way up to netherite. What if instead they had a single ID, Minecraft sword, and then just let all the different sword types be a deviation from this template? Assign different values to properties shared between the swords, and you get the same behavior, yet it's more versatile, more dynamic. All you have to do now to add randomly generated swords is to randomly generate the values based on seeds and give it a cool name. And bam, you have a Balorian Sword of Doom. I have already created a system similar to this for the NPCs in my game Bob Simulator. Each NPC is a copy of the base template, where what makes each NPC special is based on the values assigned to their properties. These values are generated from the world seed, so two worlds with the same seed will get you the same NPCs every time. These systems are more dynamic. You could swap out predefined variance properties to create new items and NPCs as I've explained. Or make items that are combinations of existing ones. In fact, if players or server owners have the ability to modify the properties of variance, that's modability baked into the system. In fact, I set up the NPC system this way from the start to allow for this. All the properties of each NPC are, after being generated, saved to files. These files can then be modified in their specific paths to create properties of specific NPCs, or to create new NPCs, at a whim, without even needing to close the full game. When it comes to games that utilize random content, this modability can be a major plus, as it leads to the game being built out of content that can be added onto freely by players and server owners. The more dynamic the system, the more moddable. The more moddable, the more versatile. And isn't that what you want in a sandbox game? If a game allowed for the creation of new items based on random numbers, this necessitates the creation of a system that can create new items out of nothing but modified properties stored as numbers. This immediately creates the backbone of a built-in modding API, allowing for the creation of custom items, weapons, potions, even custom quests and world generation, and more abstract stuff too. This is what I plan to do with Bob Simulator. Bob Simulator will be a 3D sandbox game with multiplayer and modding support, built around physics, map editing, and classic RPG mechanics. There will be 3 major game modes: Sandbox, Adventure, and Custom. Adventure mode will function as an RPG of sorts. You will talk to NPCs who will give you quests, you may fight monsters, do challenges, collect curated loot, collect weapons, armor, potions, and much more. The Sandbox mode will act essentially as a free-play mode, allowing you all the features and gameplay elements of Adventure mode, including procedurally generated worlds, monsters, and loot, but you will be able to spawn all mobs, NPC types, and items in the game at the push of a button. You will be able to customize and modify world generation, and create custom quests, adventures, and NPCs. Custom mode will be a modifiable game mode, where all player actions will be settings that can be enabled or disabled by the server owner and administrators, or anyone who has operator permissions. This will allow operators and modders to create their own game modes for use in their own scenarios and maps. You make the minigame or whatnot in Sandbox mode, and you play it in Custom mode. You will be able to modify Custom mode to be identical to Adventure mode or Sandbox mode, You could even turn your custom mode into an adventure sandbox mix mode if you wanted. Basically, custom mode is the outlet for which you can create game modes. The game, as a whole, will be moddable, and because of the utilization of the randomization system, it will allow you to easily create new weapons, armor, and other items too, and add them straight to the game, no strings attached, all without writing a single line of code. This same logic will apply to almost every major system in the game, including NPCs, world generation, quests, rewards, and entity behavior. You might notice, the premise being discussed here is very similar to that of JXE's How to Add Infinite Features into Minecraft. You are correct. I'm planning to expand upon these ideas in future videos, including custom dialogue systems, improving random name generation, compatibility with interfacing with large language AI models, custom 3D model imports, time save load snapshot systems, better pathfinding, unbounded. I have a lot more plans for Bob Simulator, this channel, and my website. But hey, since you're here, go to the link in the description to see new browser game demos available to play online, now on my website. These were a lot of fun to make, and if you think I should make more videos on other projects, leave a comment below. And thank you for watching.